When we fall vibrationally, we have to go back to step number one. And step number one is going back to your breath, because your breath is what holds the frequency, the tone of your vibration. And if that is what holds the tone, then we must go back to those spaces and restart building ourselves from the ground up again. But part of us says, but I was already there. Why do I have to go back again and start over? Because you're not starting over at the same space, you're starting over at a different frequency. So everything is in layers. So as you go through the space of transformation, you think that you have finished the work, you go back through the same space again, but in a different octave. It's a different tone. The beautiful part of all of this right now, like we're having so many people awaken and realize, right? Because a lot of people are doing this work. 10 years ago, it was like, 10, 12 people sitting and gathering to do this work. Now people are coming and they're awakening. COVID took place, it was chaos, but look what happened afterwards, the after effect. People are searching for the light, they're finding themselves, they're finding peace, they're tired of this whole system. Unfortunately, that's how we operate. We're pushed and then we find. I hope everybody's doing well for these few days, especially after the past few weeks. But this is a very powerful time to understand and to test ourselves. How can we stay in our centers? How can we stay in the center of the vortex while chaos is all around us? And we are part of this world, so we get to participate and see what really takes place here in this dimension. And we can observe it, but we don't have to be of it. And so this is very important because it shows us where emotionally we are still needing support, where we still need to more anchor more light, and where more attention needs to go. Usually, well, this time right now is a huge, it's a karmic shift, but not your personal karma. This is the collective karma. This is a karma of the creation of this existence itself. There are several universes that exist. In Hinduism, they refer to them as the logos. And there's the astral plane has many layers. It's not just one layer. It's more than 50 layers of the astral plane, and each one has its own dimensional beings that exist in it. And during the creation of our planet, we had the Sirian constellation and the Sirians and different planetary beings, species that were basically involved in reconstruction of our DNA here. And because we have some of their DNA, we react and respond according to their structure that they were in. So therefore, we go through transformation through chaos instead of effortless surrender. But there's many other things that are involved with that. It also has to do with those sacred sites, because these sacred sites are doorways, are gateways to higher dimensional astral plane existences. So just like what we see here in this dimension, there's also other things take place in the other dimensions. Everybody's been in the spiritual path and they know that they go up, and all of a sudden they have a crash. And how do you get back up into that space? What's taking place? What is the universe testing you on? And those that took the course, I'm curious to know how many of you know what takes place and what you need to do to get back up into your space. And that's the main thing I think of. As humanity, we will have our ups and downs. And how quickly can you come back to your pillar, to your light, to your awareness, to your space? So first thing that takes place when we step into a space of fear, anything that is not aligned with our highest divine purpose, our root center gets to be disconnected. So the root center is the first space that you cut off the energetic flow that is coming from your higher self or your divine self, your essence self, your galactic body, and it anchors into Gaia. So your root center shifts right away. And if you pay attention, you will probably bring awareness. And if you bring awareness to your lower centers, you'll probably feel the nervous system in your body there has been shifted. So when we have and we go through these shifts of fear, of unknown, the transformation where this world is making you choose sides, good, bad, hot, cold, which is all irrelevant, right? In a way. But what happens internally within you? So I'd like for everybody to kind of just take a moment and just bring awareness to your root center. So when I say bring awareness to your root center, activate the spiral within the root center. Maybe take a deep breath into that space. As you bring awareness into that space, check in with your energy there. Is the energy of the coccyx activated? Because there's a little chakra, a micro chakra at the coccyx, the very bottom part of your spine. And just bring awareness there and visualizing the spiral, just like the planets spiral, the universe spirals, energies in constant motion, spiraling. At that same time, bring awareness to your earth star, the chakra system beneath your feet. And feel that spiral there. That energy there is about 3 feet wide, 1 meter wide. That is your grounding cord. That is the heavenly energy of your essence self connecting to Gaia. Now let me ask you, how are you guys feeling? Do you feel the difference, what takes place within the body? As soon as we step into the space of fear, of anger, separation, segregation, you're actually separating yourself. Separating yourself from Gaia, from the Divine Mother. Does a mother separate herself from her child even if he misbehaves? She can't. It's part of her. But the child has the will and the power to disconnect from the family and leave. So this is where your work comes in, is the awareness in that space. And by holding your connection, you're allowing the higher dimensions to continuously to infuse light in those spaces where there is darkness, where there is destruction, disturbance, and unsettledness. So you are the conduit of light, and it's very important that we stay in our pillar no matter what happens. During this time period as well, we are actually transforming karmic patterns through all our energy bodies. So you're not only your emotional body, your mental body, your astral body, your causal body, your galactic body, all of them are actually taking a shift right now. Because if you remember a few weeks ago, I don't remember when it was, I talked about the toroidal field being reprogrammed, a whole new strand of energy being presented. So as that is being transformed, it's saying, are you still staying in the old pattern of beliefs because you have the free will to reconnect, or are you choosing to move forward? Or you're choosing to create a new field for yourself that is going to be aligned in its own core essence, in its peace, in its joy, in its tranquil state. So these questions, as we ask ourselves, I can feel that question right away. The root center is changing because that's the center of survival. I'll tell you, the past 2 weeks, I got so, you can get carried away in those cycles. And I started to go through the social media and see what's happening there. And you have no choice but to see what's taking place there. It's everywhere. So don't separate yourself from it. Be a witness, but not emotionally involved. The emotional state must stay in your center. At that same moment, our solar plexus get affected. This is one of the major centers of our true beingness emanating in this dimension. So, chakra systems, everybody's aware of the chakra systems. And, when we fall vibrationally, we have to go back to step number one. And step number one is going back to your breath, because your breath is what holds the frequency, the tone of your vibration. And if that is what holds the tone, then we must go back to those spaces and restart building ourselves from the ground up again. But part of us says, but I was already there. Why do I have to go back again and start over? Because you're not starting over at the same space. You're starting over at a different frequency. So everything is in layers. So as you go through the space of transformation, you think that you have finished the work, but then you go back through the same space again, but in a different octave. It's a different tone. So today I would like to go back through the chakra systems. So when I speak about chakra systems emanating, each chakra system, each layer has its own frequency that expands out into the field, into the quantum field, into your electromagnetic field. Okay. As you see the image here, it pulsates. It pulsates and emanates. But many of us just think a chakra system is still, but it also rotates. And it doesn't just rotate towards one direction, it simultaneously rotates in two opposite directions, because the balance is within the masculine and the feminine, the positive and the negative charge. You can see it continues to pulsate and emanate. It does this all the time. But as soon as your awareness has been shifted and taken off from that space, and your mind kicks into fear, judgment, separation, anything that of a lower vibration, you are actually stopping the natural flow of energy. When you go to sleep and your mind's at peace, these energies restore themselves naturally, because that is the natural existence of energy flow. It knows what to do without you doing anything. So when they say do without doing, it is meaning that surrender your mind, let the energy do what it needs to do. So when I talk about expansion of light and spiral it around you. Yeah. Okay. Many of you have seen this image. This is the image of what people or the machines picked up of how the chakra systems operate. This is the closest layer to your physical body. They're also rotating into opposite directions, okay, like a funnel. But if your awareness is expanded only a foot around you, then that's what you will feel. If your awareness is expanded 3 to 5 to 10 or 15 feet around you, then this becomes a natural state and becomes obsolete in a sense, and the energy expands even further. So the further your awareness is expanded, the more easier you'll be able to hold your space through the time of chaos. The whole thing is to train your nervous system to be able to stay at state of peace under pressure. So success is actually measured not based off what you know, but how well you operate under pressure.